What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the City Light Project YouTube channel for yet another TUF watch party. That's right, The Ultimate Fighter Season 31. The Ultimate Fighter Episode 8 of this season, Chandler versus McGregor. And one of the most hyped seasons in a long time. It has been absolute shite. But we're here anyways, and you know what isn't shit? Hanging out with you guys here tonight. Now, we do these watch parties a little bit differently than we do the fight companions. So if you're new to the channel, what's up? We do also post commentary, live commentary throughout the entire cards of various MMA events. We got the schedule for that dropping actually probably tonight or tomorrow, whenever Kapoza posts his schedule. But yeah, so we do fight companions every single weekend. Go check out our live tab. Just check out some of the content that we've done there. But tonight it's a watch party. So basically, as I watch TUF, as you watch TUF, or don't, happy to take your questions, hang out with you guys, interact with the live chat here first and foremost. And then when the fight begins, we'll commentate a little bit on that. Throughout this watch party, I'll take your comments, but we'll talk about the last matchup here before we move on to the semifinals. I got the bracket up here on another tab. We can highlight that as well. And we'll highlight both of the fighters who have not fought yet on this season. Do we think Chandler is going to get the sweep? Do we think McGregor gets one win? Even Rampage Jackson got one win on his season of The Ultimate Fighter. Vote in the poll question as well. We're posting a video on a few topics surrounding the world of mixed martial arts and the UFC as well tonight, so be sure to check those out. Shane, one of our exclusive members here on the channel. What's up, Shane? Good to see you. Diego, what's up, brother? How's your Sunday? Sunday was good. How was yours? Crazy if Chandler team wins again, I would not be surprised, motherfuckers. Did you end up watching K1 on Sunday, Diego? Again, for anybody new who's joining us here, it's a watch party. We're just engaging with the live chat as this episode goes on. At the end of the episode, we'll turn our focus to the fight, and we'll do some play-by-play for that. Cannot wait for Dana White Contenders Series coming up August 8th, as that's more of our jam here with the fight companions. Check out the live tab on the channel if you want to see some of the fight companions that we host. And if you're interested in joining us for them this weekend, please do so. Excited to have you all. What is up, JL? Luke Thomas got flamed by Jesse on fire, man. The fact that Luke dismisses Bilal, but Jesse loves him makes me appreciate Jesse even more. I'm not surprised. What's up, JL? It's good to see you, buddy. I don't mind Jesse on fire. And I'm about the same level as Luke Thomas. Like, I don't even think I might subscribe to both of them, but it's not often that I'll digest their content. Depends on if they have any guests. Sometimes Jesse on Fire is really entertaining with certain topics, but I ain't gonna pass judgment on. Neither of them are gonna win me over if they like a fighter that I like. Like, put it this way: if one of them says that they like Jung Young Park and one of them says that they don't, it doesn't matter to me. What's up, Jacob Lowe's THPN? Jack Eagle's biggest fan. Go Knights, go! We're not even in hockey season, buddy. We're not even in hockey season. Are you thinking Patrick Kane's gonna sign there? Do you think Patrick Kane signs at Edmonton, Vegas, Colorado, or back with Chicago? He said he's probably going to sign sometime in November. But again, JL, hope work is going good, man. I know you're busy with that this summer. Hope you're hitting the links as well, dude, as I know you're a big golf guy. All right, so like we said, folks, and keep the comments coming, comment-driven live stream. You don't want that bum. Why would you not want a guy coming in on such a cheap deal for 1 year? That's the Vegas way, isn't it? It's not a cheap deal, but Vegas bringing in stars, right? I'm not even being facetious. I'm not even taking a jab. I feel like that's just what's going to happen. Everybody wants to go to Vegas now. You don't want Patrick Kane? That's insanity. You don't want your team to do well, is what you're saying. Interesting. Okay, so you don't think he's going to go to Vegas, or I feel like bias is seeking in a little bit as a Canadian who doesn't like Patrick Kane, but that's okay. Colorado for the rest of the year, or maybe Edmonton. Where do you think? Because he's made it very known. He's banged up right now. He's in rehab. He's coming back 1 year to a contender on a very cheap deal. And then depending on how he plays, I mean, he's going to cash in one more time somewhere else. I highly doubt that, since the Hawks have actually gotten some players to put on Taylor, or to put on Bedard's line. They would have re-signed him. He wouldn't have told them that I'm testing free agency. I know he was with the Rangers, but you know what I mean? I do think it's a possibility that if the Hawks actually have a decent season, if they're maybe even in the running in the Central Division, that he signs with them next year. But I can't see him going back there this year. Not on a cheap deal. That's not going to be the place that he cashes in if he goes back. Why would you want Kane? Well, I'm not saying replace them. I think you have it twisted, buddy. I think you have my words twisted here. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying in addition. Man, I thought you were the hockey guy of this live chat. You're letting me down, bro. You don't know you don't know the situation on Patrick Kane. You don't know that he actually said he's going to come for a very cheap deal. It's concerning a little bit. And you don't want your team to win. I didn't say replace. Who said replace? Look at this. Conor McGregor actually coaching here. I'm teasing you, by the way, Jacob. It's good to see you. Quarterfinals wrapping up here tonight. Rico DiSciullo against Hunter Azure. Let's take a look at the bracket here. Go through all the motions. Conor McGregor's losing his breath just talking to these guys right now. All right, let me just expand this a bit. I mean, I'm kind of rooting for McGregor's team to at least get one. I was rooting for Rampage's team the whole time there, just on season 10, just because I freaking love Rampage. But look at all this. Look at all this red in the semifinals coming up here. So semifinals for the lightweights, we got Chandler fighters. We got 2 Chandler fighters on the other side. So either Jason Knight, Austin Hubbard, Kurt Holobaugh, or Roosevelt Roberts. And then the bantamweight bracket, we have Cody Gibson, Timur Valiev, Brad Katona will be maybe fighting his teammate Hunter Azure, or he might be fighting the only McGregor fighter who advances. The question is, what's going to be McGregor's role if they get swept? Because again, Rampage had one guy, and I forget what they did at that point when he was eliminated. Because I know there was a couple episodes after that. I think he was one of the first semifinal fights. It was that former NFL player, the big guy who wanted to kill Matt Mitrione. But anyways, I forget what they did there. I think they just had practice. They just coached, and the broadcast or the producers focused on more of the Evans guys. All right, guys, talking about their families here. I'm gonna see the home videos. Yada yada yada. Same shit. Again, it's an extended version of Embedded, guys. It's an extended version of Embedded. We don't know Kane when we have the best. We don't need Kane when we have the best player not named Logan Thompson or Aiden Hill, Jack Eichel. So you don't want another good player for the third line coming in at whatever Vegas can pay him. You know what I mean? I mean, fair enough. You don't like Patrick Kane. You think he's a bum. I wholeheartedly disagree, but yeah, if you don't want Vegas to do good, better, I should say, because they're gonna do good, that's fine with me. But don't cry when Edmonton beats them in the playoffs with Patrick Kane. Bros on Wiki. What's wrong with Wikipedia showing the bracket here? Do you have a better? You know what, Jacob? Make yourself useful. Send me the UFC's bracket on their website, please. I would appreciate that link, brother. It'll be no different. Connor is there just for show. That is true. How's it going, West Coast? It's good to see you, buddy. How's the start of your week going? Yeah, Jacob doesn't like the bracket here. So Jacob, send me a better bracket, sir. Because you clearly have one. All right. Who are they even highlighting right now? Is it Rico? Yeah. All right. Let's bring him up on the screen here. Oh, no, they're highlighting Hunter Azure. Anyways, it's like, man, I say this every week, but I'm going to keep saying it for anyone who just joins us or anyone who... all you amazing people who rewatch these or who just click through them and go, this ain't the stream, god damn it. But it's basically just an extended version of Embedded. It's a good vlog. It's not a reality show with like drama and stuff anymore. Bellator is just releasing their fighters for them to go wherever. See, I heard that, but actually I read that on Twitter, but the account that tweeted that, again, and this isn't like judgment. It's just like the account had under 1,000 followers, if I'm not mistaken. The account admitted that they talked to a few fighters who believe that's the case. Like there was no actual citation to the claims. But I'm curious. Where there's smoke, there's probably fire. Yeah, Zoomer, we're 13 minutes in. It starts at the top of the hour. It starts at 10 p.m. Eastern every week, buddy. Man, I cannot wait for Chandler to return to his cage and humble this new juiced Connor. Unfortunately, I don't think he ever is, buddy. I don't think he ever is. I don't think that fight's gonna happen. Not in 2023, not in 2024, maybe in 2025 when they're both old and gray, but that's what I believe. Oh, okay, got you. I mean, potentially. Or I don't think they've been releasing fighters, but they haven't been re-signing some of the big guys like Michael Venom Page, for example. They got a big show with Ryzen coming up. I do think they will sell the promotion and the buyer, or whether it's another promotion like the UFC, like the PFL, or it's just an entertainment group. I think they'll decide then on like the plan moving forward. Now, if it's a promotion, whether that's adding the roster and any fighters you want to be added to the roster, then sweet, the contracts will be like tweaked but honored. For the most part, I think. And I think for the rest of them, and they'll be voided in exactly what you suggested. They can go to their respected destinations. It's not working for you. Michael over Islam. Legacy-wise, as it stands right now, sure. But I don't know. I don't know if Michael could handle Islam's pressure for 3 or even 5 rounds. You know what I mean? I just think he doesn't have the gas tank at this stage in his career. I did watch Fear FC and Anthony Pettis FC Sunday. Did you rewatch? I rewatched Anthony Pettis. That one, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Everyone kind of impresses me. It's cool to see what he's doing. I didn't watch Fury FC though. Man, it looks like Pereira's gotten the easiest UFC run. I mean, right place, right timeline. My goodness, he's kind of just fallen into it. Again, his rivalry with Izzy is why the UFC pushed him there. He did fight some decent guys on the way up, but I 100% believe that. I truly don't believe that there's any story attached with Israel Adesanya that, a great kickboxer from Glory that he is, double champ there, would have had this easy of a path. On the light heavyweight side, I mean, he's earned it, given that he did win the title at middleweight. He was top contender still at middleweight. He's earned to fight top guys there. Now, we talked about it on the member stream last night. I'm posting some clips of it later tonight, and we run that entire scenario down, or that entire story down. Where I stand right now is Alex Pereira, Jan Blachowicz. I don't want it to be a title fight. I know there's rumors that it'll be a title fight now. I would still rather that be the top contender fight. Yuri comes back. There is no champion. They fight to crown a champion. And then Jamal Hill, when he comes back from his injury, whenever that is, 12, 14 months, whatever, he just fights whoever is the current champion at that time. And again, if Jan and Pereira fight for the belt, then, I mean, Yuri's still going to come in and fight the title holder. But I would just, and it's just like a weird little thing of mine, I would just rather it be like, okay, Yuri doesn't have it. You guys, top contender. And we go for it. We crown a new champion. Man, I hope Jan humbles Alex fanboys. Humbles. Fight a loony. The Alex fanboys who think they just get a title shot with 0 fights in the light heavyweight division. It's funny, you always highlight the worst part of every fan base. You know what I mean? Like, what about the Alex fanboys and girls who aren't berating you on Twitter? You want them to be humbled too? I feel like everybody who JL doesn't, like as a fighter, and I'm using my words, trying to use my words correctly here. I feel it's because either Bilal doesn't like them, or you've just looked at Twitter comments or YouTube comments, and obviously there's more bad than good, so they're gonna piss you off. Like if I let that, and again, do you, brother. But if I subscribe to that and I looked at people who supported Khabib and Islam, and I don't, and if I let that influence me, then I would have to hate both of those guys, and I don't. I respect them a lot. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, but I'm going off here. I do want Jan Blachowicz to win for very different reasons than you, clearly, but I do want Jan Blachowicz to win. Their website is so glitchy. Finally got after 50 minutes. What the fuck? I'm glad you finally got it, buddy, and you ain't missing much. Paulo Costa fight with Ikram is canceled. Roman be taking the fight on short notice. So Roman actually is not taking the fight either, buddy. He talked to the media today and said that he's actually not taking that fight. Paulo Costa, and again, I don't know why everyone's up in arms in this. Paulo Costa said many times that he never signed that contract, that fight contract. I don't know why everyone thought that fight was going to happen. He hasn't been promoting it at all. If anything, he's been saying the opposite. He's been saying, I am not fighting Ikram Aliskerov. And now everyone's surprised that he's not fighting him. It blew my mind today. Like, Twitter was going crazy, and I was like, guys, he never said he was going to fight. So winning a title in division below gets you a title shot in a new division? He's not getting a title shot in a new division. At least I don't think so. And JL, again, you can phrase it that way, but you're a smart guy. I know you know that division is completely fucked right now, and that Jamal Hill didn't even deserve the title shot. It's just how it's playing out right now is those are the two guys having to fight for a top contender position outside of Ankalaev. You know what I mean? So there's just not many guys. So I get what you're saying, but you're a smart guy. You know that it's a unique situation right now. And winning a title in a division below, apparently it does, because Islam Makhachev wants to jump the line and fight for the welterweight title, which I don't agree with. And again, Pereira originally wasn't going to fight for the title if Jamal Hill still held it. And you know this, JL. You know this, buddy. True as a can. I mean, that joke doesn't work when he just knocked out Alex in 2 months. I don't like Park, and that riled you up way too much. Oh, no, it didn't rile me up at all, actually. It didn't actually. I disagree with you there. It didn't rile me up at all. It's just very interesting, the reasons why you don't like him. And then you cited some sources, or then you gave me some information that actually wasn't true because I went and looked it up. You didn't have sources to cite, buddy. So I wasn't angry or anything. But it's funny you say that too. You must not read the messages then on their board there, buddy, because I even said, like, I don't care if anybody likes him or doesn't like him. That's not what this is about. It was explaining why I like him, wondering why you don't, and then getting to the bottom of some of the information and points that you put forth. Asked for a citation. You never gave me one. That's okay. I did the research myself, and I found out that, it was false. So that's okay. That's okay. I don't care if you don't like Jung Young Park. He's my Gordon. He's my deep cut fighter who may never even be a ranked guy, but can fight ranked guys, probably hold his own, but is never going to win a title. I know that. I've accepted that. But, he's my Jared Gordon. I would say that I'd say the worst fan base of all UFC, but it's only one guy. Oh my God. Jail's just passionate. I don't think Jail's a troll. I don't take others from my judgment. Well, see, you say that now, yet you have, and you've told me that you have. That's why I'm just getting confused. I hope so. How cool is that? He's got iron shins, And he's got a really good chin, even, just under 40 years old. Again, JL, like, we're on the same team here as far as rooting for Jan Blachowicz. No, I mean, you said that after the fact that you said because Tialulin was injured, because Tialulin's Bilal's boy. Those were two points you brought forth in the argument. I'm not going to forget those. And you don't like his fighting style. I don't give a shit. That's cool. He's not the most exciting fighter. And that's cool. I'm just saying, I don't like Bilal's style, yet you get fired up to me when I say that. And you say, no, he's the best fighter ever. He's going to humble you, Isha. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, like, there can't be a double standard. If you're going to dish it, you got to take it too, buddy. I certainly have. JL schooled me in some conversations, some arguments, in some predictions. Yes, which I said, cite your sources. You didn't. You switch to saying, well, actually, I don't like his fighting style. And furthermore, even if there were official reports for that, every MMA fighter's got minor injuries going into a fight. They all say that. So who's to say that I couldn't pull some information out of my hat too and say, oh, actually, Jung Park was having a little bit of back issues, nothing major, but minor issues in that too. A little sore, from the weight cut and fight camp. That's all. I was rooting for Tialulin before the Park fight. Actually, I wanted to see him do good. I like M1 as a promotion. And he dominated in M1, got some really, really good punching power. But yeah, just very, very little grappling. He's got a long way to go in the grappling department. If a guy like Junyoung Park, who is not great at grappling but good, exposes him, that means you just have to work on it. That's all. Junyoung Park's a good not even like a gatekeeper for the division, just gatekeeper to see if you're even worthy to fight up the division. Some predictions. Yeah. The big ones, the big name ones. Because, there's some of the minor ones that I've gotten right. There's some of the, like down the card. The worst fan base are the ones that lose. Uh-oh, Benjamin. Don't do this again. Don't do this again. No, but like I said, guys, in some of the biggest fights, in fights that I was like very passionate in my arguments, JL schooled me in those. I thought Glover was going to win against Jamal Hill. I thought Robert Whittaker was going to beat Drickus, and I think that one I was the most bullish on. Maybe I was pretty bullish on Glover as well. Izzy Pereira, I don't really think we went back and forth with those ones because I really didn't care. I feel like I'm missing another one. How's the back stories going this week? Backstories? Hello, how's your night? Oh, the backstories on the TUF. I mean, man, honestly, I'm more engaged in the live chat here because you guys are way more fun to hang out with and talk MMA with than this godforsaken show. I'm just waiting for the fights. Now, the fight should start in about 10 minutes time if it's going to be a full fight. We will highlight the fighters here on screen. I will bring that up here in just a moment, folks. Sorry, Phony. Hello, all. How's your night? Everyone hit that like. Yes, everyone hit that like button if you haven't already. I will post the streaming schedule tonight or first thing tomorrow morning. It's not the biggest weekend of mixed martial arts and combat sports. I think there's a top-ranked boxing event going on. There's obviously one Friday fights. Next weekend, though, UFC 291 right? UFC 291, or is there a week in between? Regardless, Ryzen on the 29th, and I cannot wait for that. Chelsea Khazamat is fighting Costa at 294. Honestly, and Benjamin and I were talking about this on a live stream recently and in the Discord. I would rather see that fight anyways. Oh, and Benjamin, he thinks Pereira KOs Jan. I think Jan's chin's too strong, buddy. I think Jan's chin's too strong. I think Jan is just going to take out those skinny legs of Pereira with his iron shins. I think there's a better chance of Pereira submitting Jan. I can't even say that with the same face. With a straight face. I was going to say, I can't. There's a better chance of Pereira submitting Jan than him knocking him out. But no, Pereira does have a pretty big chance of knocking him out. And if Pereira does knock out Jan Blachowicz, I'm not even going to, play the, oh, well, Jan Blachowicz is getting old. This was the first fight his chin gave out. No. The guy doesn't get rocked. I can finally root for Pereira now that he isn't fighting Izzy anymore. Now that he's been humbled. You have a good chat for 10 people. Appreciate it. I mean, these watch parties don't get a lot of people. They're the regulars. The regulars join as they know just I'm going live. I mean, everyone, the first two, there were quite a bit of people, but then everyone realized real quick that this show fucking sucks. But Zoomer Loyalist, we are probably going to get a decent crowd once Contender Series starts, as that's right when we were started streaming a year ago. And with like 100 subs, we would get up to like 30 to 50 people per stream, just because, and sometimes they'd come in and out, but some families, friends were watching to see like their fighter, their guy or gal off the regional scene, then it would die down. But most of them, had a decent crowd. So I'm very excited to get back to Contender Series now that we've grown our audience. Now that like I don't think there was very few of you in this live chat right now. I think Shane was the only one, maybe Diego as well, who joined us for Contender Series last year. Yes, I mean, Corey Anderson's, he's a heavy hitter. Does that mean he just has a bad chin when he's gotten rocked by big guys? You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't discredit his chin because, he's been rocked a few times. Dude, how Glover won that fight still blows my mind. Glover did indeed rock Jan, didn't drop him, though. Let's take a look. See, again, JL, cite your sources. I mean, JL might be right here. Let's check. Jan, Corey Anderson. Again, I mean, and you may disagree, JL. I don't think, like, it's fighting. Like, all of these guys have been hit hard. Most of them have been knocked out a couple times. No, it was a KO. He's right. KO 3 minutes into the first round. He's right. I don't even think I watched that fight live now that I think about it. But anyways, yeah, Corey Anderson's a heavy hitter. I mean, I still think Jan has a good chin. He can take a fucking punch. Yeah, Anderson beat Jan by wrestling decision, and Jan knocked out Corey in the rematch. Oh, there it is. You're right. All right, weigh-ins right now for these guys, and oof, Rico doesn't look too good in his. Doesn't look too good here. He looks super drained. They had a little, not even any drama. They had a little what, bro, what at the weigh-ins. God, I hate this show. I used to love this show. Now I hate this show. All right. Let's highlight the fighters here. The fight should begin in about 5 minutes, and then we'll have another commercial. Let's get Rico up on screen here, and we'll highlight him so you guys have an idea of who's fighting here tonight. And I would ask for predictions, but it doesn't matter because this ain't live. What the freaking heck is going on here? Okay, sorry about that, guys. This link wasn't working, but it is now. All right, Team Chandler, Team McGregor, final fight of the quarterfinals. And on Team McGregor, we have Rico DiSciullo? Is that right, Benjamin? Is that how you pronounce that? Rico DiSciullo? 11-2 in his pro MMA career. 4 KO TKOs. 3 submissions, 4 decisions. Speaking of Bellator, he is 2-0-1 no contest in Bellator, and he lost on Contender Series against Montel Jackson back in 2018. He took quite a bit of time off MMA between 2018 and 2022. He did not fight, but he came back in 2022. Got a rear naked choke victory in the first round in Combat Zone against a 1-14 guy. Oh my God, what a can. And then he beat a 7-3 guy via doctor stoppage in the second round of Combat FC 1. Gareth de la Cruz. Let's just see this. Oh my goodness. Let's Mr. G over here. I'm on a 3-fight losing streak. He's not that great. Not the worst cannon I've ever seen, but yeah, not the best. Oh yes, he's a CES guy. I should have known. He was either from Fury FC or CES. Sorry for dogging on those regional shows, but they just suck. And if they made up for it with better production, I would respect them a lot more. I would, but their production is for the events is absolute garbage. I mean, I'm always gonna go back to Eris. They're on their like 14th event. Their production is just as good as the UFC. It's absolutely insane. All right, his opponent on Team Chandler, JL with the fist bump, Hunter Azure. 10-3 as a pro. He's 31 years old. 3 KO, TKO, 1 submission, 6 decision, 2-2 in the UFC, 3-0 in the LFA. And he also came off Contender Series. He beat a 6-2 Ben Hollier via decision in Fusion Fight League. Before then, lost to Jack Shore, split decision, and Keith Richardson at Icon FC2. That win doesn't look good, given that the guy was 21-11. Beat Cole Smith in the UFC, 7-1. Lost to Brian Kelleher. Beat Brad Katona in the UFC, who's also in this tournament. And got a win against Chris Ocon on Contender Series. And honestly, in LFA, fought some good guys. I mean, in 6-4, experienced guys. And he's 5-0. He fought a 6-4 guy, 4-0, fought a 4-2 guy, 5-4 when he was 1-0. Again, experience wise. Oh shit, an 8-1 on the amateur scene. All right, I mean, this guy's winning, man. There's like Hunter is. I was way less confident. Last week in Chandler's guy. I really was. I was way less confident last week in Chandler's guy, just given that the prospect wasn't a freaking prospect. Oh my goodness. Okay, I will get right back to the comments here in a sec, guys. I'm just going to update the ticker on the screen, and we'll get right back to your comments before this fight starts. Sorry, I kind of steered away from the live chat here as I was highlighting these fighters, but I wanted to show them some love. Kill some time too here. For anybody who is rewatching this stream, I mean, hey, you guys got some solid content here, not just me ripping on this freaking promotion, ripping on this freaking show all day, every day. Okay. God damn it. One sec. We still got a bunch of commercials, don't we? So there you go. All right, back to the comments we go. And I think I missed a lot. Yeah, knocked him out. Corey decisioned him. I think TUF overall is poorly planned. Like how lopsided the veteran versus prospects are. Yeah, Shane, this season was a really bad format for sure. Sometimes I wonder how people root for Izzy, but then I remember he does have the casuals. I mean, he's got a lot of, the African population that can access it. He's got a lot in New Zealand as well. Thiago Santos knocked out Jan by countering him while Jan was blitzing forward, something Alex can easily do as well. Yes, but will Jan blitz forward in this one? That's the thing, where you try to pick him apart at range. Izzy was rent-free, and a lot of people, man, they trash the guy like he's the worst person on earth. I mean, I wouldn't go that far to worst person on earth. But and like I said, I'm in the middle. I neither like nor hate Adesanya, but his cringe moments have been absolute cringe moments, and it's not like they're just happening now. Like they happened when he was young. I mean, as soon as I saw him talk about like the whole 9/11 reference, I was like, all right, dude, like, come on, you're a pro on the biggest stage now. You can't say shit like that. So that was my first little like. Poor taste joke. You're not a comedian. This is a fucking press conference. You know what I mean? No, I don't think so. I don't assume that. Like you like John Jones, does that mean you cheat, get DUIs, and hit and runs, domestic violence? Oh, good point. That's what I'm saying too. It applies there as well. It applies there as well. Like if I don't hear it enough personally for it to be old. I got Hunter Azure. Let's go. Bro J's so good. Why do you care about? I mean, that's taking it to the extreme, but fair enough. Fair enough. It's the cool thing to do is rip apart Izzy. Wow, he's cringe. Oh, he's gay. Cite sources. I mean, he's not gay. Tell me why it's only people online rip him, but people who meet him have nothing bad to say. I mean, it's like this with anybody on the internet. That's the thing, Jay. Like, it's not new. Like, every celebrity, every big influencer, like everybody's got haters, right? And that's what I was kind of talking about in the beginning of the video. Adesonia. No, I get it, JL. It sucks when it's the guy that you like, but that's why I tell you, like, stop reading the haters' comments and you'll feel better. It won't get you all fired up. It's never going to change, man. Keyboard warriors on both sides. Supporters and hated on everyone. All right, round one. Let's get it all. Like I said, if I read all the mean comments to Charles, if I read all the mean comments to anybody who speaks out about anything against, Khabib, it would probably fire me up too, which is why I just don't do it. But I hear you. Especially on the Jones side. It's like if you're going to firmly hate Adesanya for our antics not fighting, then, I mean, the same should apply for John Jones too. As far as liking him. I understand that argument. 4 minutes and 22 seconds on the clock here, folks. Keep the comments coming, though. Oh, an uppercut opportunity by Rico there. Countered, now being pushed up against the cage is Azure. And we'll stay on a little bit longer after this stream, guys. And we'll continue to chat and hang out. Going for the single leg now was Rico, but Azure. Oh my God. Azure's beating him up now. Azure with the reversal position. Azure has the back or controlling the back of Rico, and he's just laying down the ground and pound. This is too easy. But there's 20 minutes left on this show. So I don't think it's going to end like this, but beautiful hooks here. Doing damage from the top position. Hammer fist. Just holding up Rico and just hammer fist. Some mash. Oh, there's shots to the back head. He's got to be careful there. Right now, pushing him down. Modified half guard side control. Shots to the body. Absolute domination by Hunter Azure. Absolute domination. I'm pretty sure Rico's bleeding now, unless Azure's leaking from like a cut. But, I mean... Oh, knee to the body. Okay, so Azure's the one who is seemingly cut here. An elbow by Rico seems to slice. I mean, I think here, I got to say, it's either a cut on the right side of Rico's eye or Azure is bleeding. But regardless, there's blood on the elbow, the right elbow of Rico. Still trying to find the takedown now as Rico's back up to his feet. Azure trying to battle for a single leg here. And they go to the ground. Get back to the comments here in a sec, guys. They go to the ground. In the full guard of Rico. Tight guard. The nice elbows from the bottom by Rico there. The Hunter Azure pushing Rico's head and neck into the cage here in full guard. 2 minutes and 11 seconds here. Azure's got to keep this pressure on here. Okay, take it back. I kind of want to see Team Chandler go for the sweep now. Oh, and some hard shots with that modified half guard side control. Easy to take back control too if Rico turns, which he was there for a moment. Decides not to as Hunter Azure tries to get into full man, but honestly doesn't really have to right now. In that modified half guard side control, he's able to posture up pretty easily. What's up, Baker? It's good to see you, buddy. Sorry I missed your comment. We'll get back to them live here. Hey, just Chuck Liddell wore nail polish. So does Brian Barberina. Just saying. Chuck Liddell, also his toenails. He literally said, and this is Chuck Liddell, I want it to look pretty when I knock out my opponent. Barbarian, I think it's a thing he does like with his daughter. I think he lets her paint his nails before fighting. But I'm just saying, and fair enough. Maybe something you roll your eyes at. Warriors painting their nails in there, but there have been some of the baddest motherfuckers. And I shouldn't even put Brian Barbarian on the baddest motherfucker conversation, but definitely Chuck Liddell. I think he got a manicure and pedicure before every single one of his fights because he wanted it. He wanted on the highlight reel when you see that foot connecting with the head or punch landing. He's like, I wanted it to look pretty. 34 seconds on the clock here. Azure still in the top position. Modified half guard side control, doing a good job of posturing up and laying down some solid ground and pound. Oh, and there's some solid right shots there. 23 seconds left. I know some big shots. I mean, the ref shouldn't stop it yet, but I'm surprised the ref's not like closer, keeping his eye on this, because there's been some flurries there that have just been some hard shots and pure domination. And the ref's kind of like da, 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 da. All right, final 5 seconds of this first round. And again, Baker, it's good to see you, buddy. All right, that's it for the first round. I imagine we're gonna go to a commercial break, which will give me time to catch up on some of these comments here, guys. And again, appreciate every single one of you joining us here tonight. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. This is a watch party. It's not as fun as Fight Companions, but we'll get back to Dana White's Contender Series soon. Yep. Yeah, he is. Clearly, there's going to be a lot of Connor and Mike drama at the end of the episode. Well, I mean, it's going to a second round. So maybe there's, 4 minutes of it. Joe has something to say about the things happening outside the cage mattering. That is true. God, I love Chael Sonnen. Not only are the vets dominating, but I don't think we've even seen a third round. Yeah, we haven't seen a sudden death round, have we? Baker, how's your summer going, buddy? What have you been up to? I think Rampage versus Forrest. If I'm not mistaken, guys. Let me know. I know one guy in season 10 of the heavyweights won. It was that former NFL player, that huge dude. McGregor's garbage. He sucks. Yeah, he ain't a coach. Connor trying to force them. Doctor stoppage. That's a bad cut there. I can't do fucking Irish accent, dude. I'm not an impression guy. I'm not going to get my subscribers up like Guru did with the impressions. I can do GSP and that's about it. Who asked me to do an impression last year? Was it Charles? Charles Barkley? Again, big shout out to the exclusive members here as well. Benjamin, Shane, Zoomer Loyalist. I'm pretty sure Foul One stopped by as well. Appreciate you guys. And anyone who was an exclusive member, again, shout out to you as well. I know JL was last month, and appreciate you as always, buddy, for just joining pretty much every stream that you're not working. Whether we agree on the takes or not. It's almost like par for the course. So we got to have a little verbal sparring match on every stream, and that's okay. I dig it. Diego, thank you so much for supporting the channel and jumping on every stream as well, buddy. Phony Turgeson, always the praise. And by the way, Phony watched the new video that we posted on the channel. Appreciate you. Baker, who's been around for a while. West Coast, who's been jumping in every stream as well. Seriously, you guys are fucking awesome, man. You guys have made this show bearable this season. Jacob loves THPN, who comes in to troll me, but that's okay. Guys, I'm telling you, Contender Series is going to be such a better vibe. It's going to be like a packed Fight Companion. Those 30 to 50 viewers, maybe even more, maybe sometimes up to 100 as well. It's going to be like one of those super packed, chaotic, fun streams. Not to say this one isn't fun, that are just like super high energy, because that's how many people care about Contender Series, and that's how many people support like each individual fighter coming off the regional. So it's just such a fun season to be able to stream. French and Aussie accents are easy to do. I can do a Southern one in my life. with my life if my life was on the line. Burgot Bills, I would love to be a permanent member, but some things are more pressing. No, I appreciate it. That wasn't meant to be a shot, buddy. Like it was meant to be a compliment. I swear. I appreciate the support. I appreciate that that you're in the Discord. But that's what I'm saying. I just wanted to give you some love because I shouted out the exclusive members, but yours just expired, and I wanted everyone to know that like JL, he supports the channel too. I saw those bones were washed away in that video posted. Will that be Gordon's next opponent because he will be dangerous? Oh my goodness. If he's fighting on Vancouver Island, maybe. Isha, do we get fights on Wednesday or Thursday? Thursday, buddy, Thursday. I don't think there's any card Wednesday, but I'll let you know. I will post the schedule tonight or tomorrow, buddy. Hernan, thank you so much for joining. It's great to see you. Like and subscribe, guys. Let's get it on. And vote in the poll question if you haven't already. All right, second round. We'll get back to your comments here in just a moment. Hernan, it's good to see you too, buddy. Thank you so much for joining. All right. We got 12 minutes left in the show, 4 minutes and 36 seconds on the clock here. I do think this goes the distance. Oh, man, what kind of stance there's Rico in? Just hands to the ground, hands on the ground, head out. Oh, no, I don't like this at all. Just looking for big bombs. Whoa, he landed a big right there, though. Counter right and left hook there by Hunter Azure. Now going for the single leg is Azure again, stuffed. I don't like the stance of Rico. Okay, now he's got his hands up. But before, he was literally... I don't care if it was taunting or whatnot. That's a dumb position to keep your head. 3 minutes and 58 seconds on the clock here. Oh! And there it is. Oh! Rico just knocked out Hunter Azure. Right hand followed by a double hammer fist smash to the middle of his face. And there we have it. It is not a sweep. It is not a sweep. And what an incredible finish. Overhand right drops him. And then Hulk smash, double hammer fist right to his face. I ain't making that shit up, folks. I ain't making that shit up. Oh my goodness, I'm just looking at the replays right now. This was Hunter Azure's fight. Hunter Azure was controlling this fight. What a knockout. What a knockout. Overhand right followed by Hulk smash, double hammer fist right to the face, guys. Rico was getting his ass kicked this entire fight. What a comeback, and it is not a sweep. It was not, like, don't call it a comeback, but it was not a sweep. Beautiful right hand. Taking a look at the replay right now. Wait, Chandler, shut the fuck up. I want to see the replay. Boom! Right hand to the temple. Over. Oh, and Hulk smash! Hulk smash! Fuck yeah! Finally, something on this show that I'm getting jacked about. Finally, we see a Hulk smash finish, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God!
Hulk smash finish. Damn, let's go. This guy's gonna go on the greatest TUF run of all time if he just keeps winning. Dang, that must have been embarrassing for Hunter Azure to be the only vet that lost after dominating the first round, where there were points in that if he just kept going, kept that flurry of shots going versus continuing to control the body. Now, easier said than done, but there were points in that first round where he was dominating. McGregor is still relevant in the show. Dude, Hulk smash, what the fuck? Dude, that was straight up Hulk smash, dude. I was in my garage. My reaction was crazy. I was just like Connor. Oh, here we go. So now it's Chandler's fighters yelling at McGregor here. Okay, so Roosevelt's talking trash to Connor here. We've seen this promo before. By the way, shout to the 20 people that just appeared. Absolutely love it, guys. Let me know your thoughts on that finish. I mean, we just saw the freaking Hulk smash by Rico. The only win for Team McGregor. And there will be some blue in the semifinals. There will be some blue in the semifinals. This is his record, by the way, guys. This is his pro record. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my God. All right, buddy. You were getting beat up that first round, but credit to you. You got good hands. You got good hands. You got power in that hand. Yeah, this is the only one. So this is the last fight in the quarterfinals. This was the last matchup in the quarterfinals, and Connor finally got a winner. I'll bring up the bracket here for you guys. I'm going to the semifinals, and I'm the only one in blue going to the semifinals that you are, buddy. All right, we're going to stay online for the next 8 minutes and a little bit after as well. And look at that, prop number 12. We got to take some shots after, of course. That's healthy. That's healthy. All right, so this is how it's going to play out. We're going to see Brad Katona take on Ricky DiSciullo. We're going to see Cody Gibson take on Timur Valiev. We're going to see Roosevelt Roberts take on Holobaugh. And we're going to see Jason Knight take on Austin Hubbard. Yeah, it sucks, Hunter. You were rallying, buddy. You were rallying, but you got caught. Hey, you make your own luck in this sport. The fact that, you know, like, honestly, what should have happened, I know, JL, a little bias is seeping in here because you don't want Connor's team to win. Or I should say you wanted Chandler's team to sweep. Hey, I wanted it too, buddy, but this is on Hunter Azure. He should have finished it in the first round. So if there's anyone to blame, or if there's anything we should point out, is that Hunter Azure should have finished this in the first round. Because that's how these lucky wins, quote unquote, work in mixed martial arts, right? If you're still in it, you got to punch his chance. The first time Conor McGregor's won anything in 3 years.
Exactly that.
Ain't that the shit? Ain't that correct? Conor getting a bit too cocky after going 1-8. I mean, you say cocky, I'll say excited that he didn't get swept. The strongly contested side, yes. There's a good side and there's an evil side in MMA. Okay, so now in the final 5 minutes, we're going to see the semifinals and how they're going to play out. Okay, so they actually might not play out like this. I thought they were going to play out like this, but it looks like the coaches and Dana are going to decide the semifinals. Honestly, I think Dana's office in... I thought Dana's office in the old Ultimate Fighter Performance Institute, whatever you want to call it, was better. Oh, Dana's going to meet with the fighters here. So he's meeting with Rico right now. He's probably going to ask him who he wants to fight. So Dana's asking Rico who the easiest route is. Oh, yeah, Cody Gibson's injured. Gibson wants to fight Rico. And they're all saying Timur is the toughest guy here. Everyone's saying Rico's the easiest fight. Again, shout out to everyone who's joining us, who's joined us throughout this stream. We're going to stay on for the after show for a little bit, and we'll continue to take your comments. Like the video if you haven't already, folks. I mean, we had, 15 to 20 people here? If y'all like this video, we hit 20 likes throughout this stream. That'd be fucking awesome. Oh, Jason Knight wants to fight Kurt. Roosevelt says Austin. But he said Jason Knight would be a fun fight. Oh, but Kurt and Jason want to fight each other, so I think that's going to be the one probably. There should be some good fights in the semis, guys. All the guys on Chandler just dismantled. I mean, all except for one dismantled. Well, actually, no, he's still kind of dismantled Rico there, but Rico got that. I mean, the Hulk smash to end it. Gorgeous. I mean, savage, but gorgeous. Speaking of savage, Shane, I'm going to post the video of me talking about Kinoshita in the member stream yesterday because it was just too good. Like the highlight was better than I could have ever expected. So even the coaches say that Timur is the toughest guy. I mean, yeah, this is tough for Chandler. Obviously, because they're his guys. Connor probably just like, whatever. Connor's like, who the fuck is that guy? Wait, are those chocolate bars in Dana's office? Buddy doesn't look like he's been eating chocolate bars. Buddy looks like he's on the HGH. That cage grab was so unnecessary. Super necessary. No, super unnecessary. So for those who don't know, there's a young Japanese prospect who came into the UFC off of Contender Series, fought in Pancrase and Deep. He had one fight in Ryzen where he was winning the fight. He literally he rocked his opponent and knocked him down, and then proceeds to soccer kick and stomp, which you're allowed, but what you're not allowed to do is grab the cage. Now, this was in a landmark event, so there was a cage in Ryzen, not the ropes. Grab the cage and use that as leverage to stomp. We're posting a video about that later, but yeah, and so he got disqualified, and that was his loss. Okay, are the fights going to be announced right now, or what's going on here? I mean, thank God for a Hulk smash, or else this would have been another shitty episode. Oh, Connor's allowing Rico to drive his Lambo. Connor's like, if you win fights on my team, I let you drive my Lambo, bitch. Super necessary. Hey, good for him. Good for him. He looks like he's happy. I got a knockout KO, then he had to go cruise with Conor McGregor in a Lambo. McGregor saying, I was a little bit nervous. He just fucking took off in the thing. I will say, for how much smack McGregor's been getting from us here, that blue suit is incredible. Oh, what a great way to end it. No cliffhanger at all. Okay, so the final matchups are revealed at the TUF House, it looks like, after the guys train. Team switches? Oh my God, they're trying to even the playing field. Okay, so Roosevelt and Hubbard are going to fight. So they literally just... Okay, so Austin, Hubbard, and Roosevelt are going to fight, I guess. So we know that matchup. Connor wearing a two-tone Patek Philippe. Patek or Patek? Regardless, fucking gorgeous. All right, so that's it for the episode, folks. The after show is going to start here very, very soon. I'll hang out with you guys as long as you want to hang out with me here. But if not, I'm going to keep editing and posting videos. I went through the membership stream and I'm like, you know what? We actually talked about some pretty good topics here. So I ended up posting the video. Thank you, Benjamin. Right. It's posted, or it's not posted. It's uploaded. I have to post it here in a bit. Of you bringing up Bellator. We actually had a good conversation about that. So I'm going to post like a 3-minute little condensed clip of that. Probably all 3 stories we covered. And there was one other like thing that I re-listened to it and I was like, oh shit, that was actually cool as well. Maybe I'll post like the condensed version of that. But anyways, the membership streams, for those who aren't members, they basically consist of full-on chaos interaction if every member or like 10 plus join. And if there's only a small crowd, like I'll prepare some topics, some stories that we'll dive into, and then I post teasers of them on the channel after. But we used to only go for like 30 minutes to an hour because it was really just like Shane. It was really just a couple people. I think Mike Jones popped by a few times. But now that there's more members, now that we're starting to get into a schedule of it, a general cadence, like they've been popping lately. They've been popping. Austin Hubbard beats Roosevelt easy. Benjamin locking in an early prediction here. This show really is in the toilet. Yeah, like I said, it's a vlog now. I mean, Countdown is better. It's a glorified version of, not even glorified. It's just a longer version of Embedded with a fight at the end. Where do you think Michael Venom Page should fight? Oh man, obviously I would just love to see him in the UFC. But I have a weird feeling PFL is going to scoop him up. I have a weird feeling. It would be sweet to see him in one and not fight Muay Thai or kickboxing, like fight maybe kickboxing and MMA. But I think he would do really well in one. And if not one, then I just have a really bad feeling that the PFL is going to sign him. So you know what? UFC I don't think is as realistic. I don't think the UFC is going to pay what he wants to be paid. One championship will. Or what if Ryzen throws the bag at him? Me too. PFL is likely. He could fight kickboxing and MMA and Ryzen as well. I mean, it's just as tough to fight in Singapore than it is in Japan. It just depends how much Ryzen is willing to pay him. But Ryzen's been willing to pay former UFC guys. Because Dean Thomas, honestly, he's won me over with this fucking after show. I just kind of like dog on him a little bit. I liked him as a fighter, and he was fun. He was a fun character in season 4 of The Ultimate Fighter. Him and Matt Serra are my favorite. I mean, and Shoney Carter, of course. But I just don't like him usually on the broadcast when they give him those quick ollie hits. What are your thoughts, Dean? He was a hard hit. Thanks, Dean. No, it's not that bad, but anyways, this after show is actually more entertaining than the actual show itself. Now I know there's not going to be any friggin' Hulk smash finishes. Oh, that was sick. I'm surprised you guys didn't see the table rise after that. That was awesome. That was one of the best moments of the show. And it's so funny. Every week they bring on Chandler because A, Conor McGregor's like probably just like fuck off, and B, like there's nothing really for Conor to talk about. We should go easy on JL. He can't afford membership streams anymore. He's struggling right now. We could talk about him in the membership. He won't see it. No, he's there. He's there, Zoomer. That watch was $180,000. Oh my god. Yeah, Zoomer, JL's a member, and that's one of the perks about becoming a member, even if it's just for 1 month or consistently every month. You'll always have access to the Discord. That's like our thank you, our entry level like thank you membership streams. And if you want to come on as a member, those are for reoccurring. Those are for like active members. And Kyle and I, we got some other things in the works for the fall. Basically, he just needs to move into a house soon. For those who don't know, Kyle is like saving up a lot of money, and he's very frugal and he's very good with his money. Him and his wife right now are saving up like crazy. They sold their place in Calgary, Alberta when the market wasn't that great, moved to the island when the island's market was horrendous, and they weren't able to get like the property and house that they originally wanted. So they like bought a trailer, gutted it, and made like, the whole tiny home movement and shit that you see on Instagram. Like they built a tiny home. Them and their dog, and they got a cheap spot to basically plop that thing down on. Tim, you guys know Tim. He's a reoccurring character on this channel. The tarantula guy, the fishing guy, the guy we drink whiskey with. Big bearded Tim. He has a farm, and so Kyle lives on the property there. Basically, just saving mad dough to get his dream house and property. So, anyways, long and the short of it, he doesn't have an office, a studio where he can just jump on easy internet live right now. Once he does, there's just going to be more options and more cool things that we can do together for members of this channel and just other content on the music side of things too. So almost at the finish line there. Oh, membership stream. Sorry. You're right. Sorry, I read that wrong. Yes. No, my apologies, Zoomer. My apologies. Askarov ACA fight is canceled, which was happening with his fight in the UFC. Interesting. Yeah, because he chose not to re-sign. The UFC, I don't think, wanted to let him go. One thing I've learned since becoming an adult, any home you can call your own is respectable. Oh, absolutely. And like I said, they flipped their condo at just a really tough time. It was right at the beginning of the pandemic. The housing market dropped in, like crazy in Calgary, yet boomed on the island. And, they had already made plans to move their whole life. So they couldn't really go back on it. So they adjusted and put it this way. I mean, I don't know. I don't know Kyle's current financial situation in and out, but I know that like they're holding out for the dream. I guess you could say the dream home, the American dream, in this case, the Canadian dream. They're holding out. They're saving for something that they don't have to rush into. There's a lot of stuff on UFC Fight Pass, LFA, Lux, Titan FC, Cage Fury Boxing, Cage Wars Grappling. There is a lot this weekend. I'm so excited to stream for you guys this weekend. I'm so excited to bunch up a ton of streams in this weekend. Lux will be fun again. Yeah, there's so many options. So again, I will post a schedule tonight or tomorrow morning. I will be streaming Thursday for Cage Fury. UFC 291 is next week. What fights are you looking forward to? Oh my god, dude, the whole card is amazing. Blah, blah, blah. I know I did a predictions video. Or did I do a predictions video? I think I did like an early predictions video for it. And like, it's hard to choose one. That's why I'm bringing it here. I mean, obviously the main event, co-main event. This ain't happening. I don't know why Tapology posted on there when they knew it wasn't a fight. Bobby Green versus Ferg. I mean, I love watching Bobby Green. I love watching Kevin Holland. Stephen Thompson. I mean, man, there's so many good fights. I always love watching Derek Lewis. Kopilov Ribeiro. That'd be a good one. All right, but most excited, I will say the co-main event of the evening. Now, just because there's so much on the line there might literally be a title, and if not, it's a top contender fight. And they're fighting five. No. Okay, they're fighting 3 rounds. What about you, buddy? What about you? Supposedly, a lot of homes are starting to foreclose. Supposedly, yes. By the way, folks, this might not be for everybody, but a hack, not even a hack, just something that my buddy showed me out here that I've just been obsessed with. Now, I like a light beer every now and then, but I'm very much into the craft stuff, barrel aged now in particular. Like a Coors Light, a Hams, a Lucky, like a light beer. You add just either a pickle spear or just like a little, and mind you have to be like a pickles fan here, or just like a little drop of it, a little hint of it in like a very light, like Coors or Hams, I would say, if you're out here in the Midwest in particular. It's actually really, really good. It's really, really good. Now, I had a friend who had a pickle lager that I tried back on the island. It wasn't for me. It was too much. It was just like, I would rather drink pickle juice at that point. This, though, just with a hint of it, it's not bad. It's like stupidly refreshing. Now, if you overdo it, it's going to suck, but just a hint. And that's why if you just put a spear in it, the more as you drink it. Anyways. Anyways, let me know your guys' final thoughts on this UFC 291 fight card. Let me know what fight companions you want me to host this weekend. I know Diego listed pretty much all of them. I don't think we've ever done Titan FC, so maybe we squeeze in Titan FC. We'll definitely do Cage Fury. It's Top Rank Boxing that's going on this weekend. Cage Warriors we'll try to do as well. UFC 291 is early because it's in England. And I mean, it's going to be a good weekend. There's going to be a lot of good fights. It's going to be a lot of good fights. But yeah, if the comments dry up here, we'll hang up the gloves here tonight. Already had a good workout here today, so I'm just gonna keep posting videos for you guys. Like probably in like 10 minutes, 10 or 20 minutes, I will have a video dropping about Bellator and the UFC. If you guys haven't already, I posted a vlog. Now I know I haven't been posting too many vlogs. Kyle's been the one posting more vlogs than I have recently, since I've been doing a lot of just the MMA stuff. But I did post a new vlog. If you guys want to check it out, that would be awesome. Look, I didn't even extend that bitch to get up to the north of 8 minutes, so it could actually like make a little money, because it's not going to make a little money off a few hundred views anyways. I just like making the vlogs. I like filming. And when I was back home, and I was saying this on the membership stream, I just filmed way too much. I just literally captured way too much footage. And at the time I was like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and I'm going to do that. And I was like, all right, that's all fine and dandy. Until you come back and you're super busy, bunch of streams, looking for work, podcasts, SodaPod podcast stuff. I didn't get around to going through all the clips and editing it, but I did last night. So check this out. No joke, hiking with my mom. My mom's such a cute hippie human. She's awesome. Love you, Mom. She was even asking, when were you going to post the footage of that hike? Blah, blah, blah. And so I went on a little hike with my mom. And as I was visiting my parents and my family and friends back in Canada, when was it? April? And no joke, we found what JL pointed out were the bones of Jared Gordon's last victim. But we found bones and a very eerie little note. It was like a burial site, except nothing was buried. Everything was above ground. So, yeah. Are you posting your UFC 290 reaction video soon? Yes, I need to finish. I'm almost done it. And I know like now it's like past even the wave of like, as far as like SEO and best practices of like people searching and stuff, but I don't care. Yeah, I think we had the membership stream late last night, so I just didn't get around to finish editing it, but it should drop tomorrow or the next day, buddy. Ryzen versus Bellator next week. I am pumped, dude. I can't wait to, and I can't wait to do another predictions video for that one. Do you see the head kick knockout from the PFL Europe card? Was insane knockout. I watched most of that card. We streamed about half of it. I do know the one you're talking about, though. I just like, speaking of knockouts, folks, I'm still swooning over that. Not even the overhand right, which was perfect to the temple. The Hulk smash KO, dude. The Hulk smash KO. Unbelievable. But again, I posted the link in the live chat to one of the vlogs I did, and I do have beer tastings and whiskey tastings with Kyle and Shane. If you guys don't know my podcast, my other channel, I do have another channel called The Soda Pod, where we post podcast clips and original like brewery tour content and things like that. You can check it out. We are on YouTube, The Soda Pod. You can find us, the podcast, everywhere you get podcasts. We post 5 episodes a week, folks. Every weekday we got a podcast coming out, so check it out. What was I saying there? Now I totally lost my train of thought. Oh yes, with the Soda Pod, we one of the best breweries in Minnesota State, one of the best breweries, Lupulin Brewing. We had the absolute pleasure and honor to not only be invited into the brewery to film, to sit down with them, do like, no joke, like 3 hours worth of podcasting, where we released like multiple segments for multiple episodes. They also invited us to brew a beer with them. And the beer was called Tourney Flow. It was an awesome IPA. And it was set to come out right when the Minnesota high school hockey state tournament was going down. And anyone who watches like SportsCenter or who's a hockey fan, you'll know that like when the high school kids come out, when their names are announced at that tournament, where the Minnesota Wild play, like they all have the craziest hair and they'll like show off their Tourney Flow. And the beer was a hit, man. Like it sold so quick off the taps. Like we only had limited amount of cans because we didn't can it for distribution. They mostly just tapped it and we're selling it there. And they also did us the favor of dropping it during one of their biggest beer festival weeks of the year, and couldn't be more honored to be working with them. If you guys want to see that whole process and everything, like again, it's all on YouTube, The Soda Pod. But I was able to bring 2 cans home, and I shared them with Shane and Kyle, and we documented that whole thing too. Shane still has the Crowler can. Yes, you do. Shane, if you don't mind, post a picture of it in the Discord. You don't have to right now or ever, but I don't have a can, Shane. You got the only cans. I don't have the can. Shane and Tim have the only 2 cans. I rewatched it. I didn't watch it live. Obviously, you were in the live stream, but yes, I did, and it was awesome, and I love Ice Wars. I will say my only critique is I don't like this new platform they're on. It was cheaper on Fight TV for just like the general public. $20 is too much for a circus type event that is Ice Wars. As much as I love it, as much as I give it praise, let's be honest, it ain't like pro fighting, and I complain about paying $20 for Ryzen, right? So I do think that they have to lower the price, and getting back on Fight TV would be awesome because so many people now have Fight TV. But apparently it's a 3-year deal with this new streaming platform. So anyways, wish them all the best, but that's my biggest critique. It was just like, I'm not doing this today. See you Thursday, brother. Peace. Thank you. No problem, Diego. Again, keep your eye out on the channel, Diego's. We're going to be dropping videos every single day leading up to the Thursday stream. All right, I'm watching the knockout again here, folks. Overhand right, beautiful. Wobbles him the first time too. Then Hunter Azure actually lands a few counters. Hunter tries to go for the takedown, doesn't work. Rico outside low kick, squares up back in the center, and boom, there's that right hand right to the temple, and Hulk smash, baby, Hulk smash. Oh,
that shit beautiful than a motherfucker.
Oh my god, that was beautiful. I'm excited to post the Kinoshita video, Shane. That one's for you, buddy. Guy's a savage. I like Shane. That made me like and want to support Kinoshita even more. I'm a savage. You know what, Diego? I think this is a good time to end the show as well. Again, unless there's anything else you guys want to talk about here, I appreciate every single one of you. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. We do live watch parties every Tuesday, but I'm not going to lie, folks. I like the Fight Companions more, and we'll get back to the Fight Companions August 8th when Dana White's Contender Series comes back. I mean, that's what really gave this channel its first boost of subscribers back when we started live streaming last summer. Absolutely love the show. Absolutely love the interaction we had then. A dinky channel of 100 to 200 subscribers. Cannot wait to enjoy it with all of you, all of our new subscribers, all of our new members. Basically the community that we've built now. Oh my God, I'm so excited for that. It's just a few weeks away, folks. It's just a few weeks away. Fight Companions every single weekend. Content dropping every single week. Vlogs. Clips from our membership streams. Hell, sometimes just prediction videos as well. Again, there's something for everybody on this channel, and I appreciate all the support, guys. When am I speaking to Rush Hour MMA? Good question. We're just figuring out like date. Actually, I have to message him back, so thank you for reminding me. We're just figuring out dates and or which live stream we want to jump on with each other. But he suggested some awesome content ideas, like our favorite promotion tier list and things like that. So kind of both going in on like tier lists, and we'll probably film like a series of collaborations. So say we sit down and film 6, maybe we'll post 3 of them on his channel, 3 of them on mine, and then each do like a live stream on each other's channel. He's a hell of a lot of fun, dude. And he's one of the OGs. He's been doing it for a while. Not as long as the MMA holes, obviously, but they support this channel too, which is awesome. But yeah, so very, very, very soon, buddy. Very, very soon. But I can't wait for UFC London. It's a great card. It's going to be better than the last week's card. I look at Marcel's tweet. Costa ain't on the official card. Oh, I know Activate A. I know. This is just Tapology, right? Tapology hasn't been on it yet. He shouldn't have ever been on the official card because Activate A. And I know you know this because you're a smart MMA fan. You weren't freaking out like everybody on Twitter today, which I called every single one of them out for, which some of them didn't like it, and they kind of turned the table to, oh, well, Costa's just a bad guy. I don't know how anyone likes him. Whatever. Even one of our own, even Herbo went at it in Discord today. No, like Paulo Costa has done nothing to promote this fight. Instead, it's been the opposite. Paulo Costa has said, I am not fighting. I have not signed this contract. What is everybody in the UFC talking about? And this isn't the first time the UFC has done this. And the UFC spins it as Costa pulled out of the fight when I'm sure maybe they got close. But I truly don't think the UFC ever had Costa sign that contract. I truly think he would have been promoting it more because he probably would have gotten paid for it. Now he might be even more paid if, in fact, the rumor of him fighting Chimaev in Abu Dhabi is real. And honestly, that's the fight that we all want to see. We didn't want to see him fight Ikram. We wanted to see him fight the Gourmet Chechen. Russia MMA, yes. We want to see him fight the Gourmet Chechen. Yeah, no, but I expected them to post it earlier than now. Seems very late for Ikram, new opponent. But he's not even getting a new opponent, I don't think. And fair enough, Activate A. I just think it was probably on and actually, you know what? That's the only like thing in this case that I'm like, or in the situation where I'm like, yeah, why did they leave it last minute? But yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they left it last minute. Maybe they thought they could get close, or maybe they thought maybe it was a hiccup on their end, on the UFC's end. Maybe they thought it was signed. Who knows? But them announcing fights early, assuming that Costa, has been telling the truth the whole time and saying that he actually doesn't have the fight. Because again, I would assume that he'd be promoting it at least a little bit. He, as much as he trolls, like he does promote his fights. Like his last fight at Rockhold, like it happened, he's promoting it. Whitaker, like when he had every intention to fight him, because there was a point where I know he ducked that one as well, but there was a point where like it was going to happen. He even like was talking about it with Helwani. He's like, yeah, you just pay me and I'll do it. Okay, they're going to pay me now. Okay, I'm going to do it. And then it fell through really quickly after that. But even that fight that like barely, like I'm sure he didn't sign a contract either for that one, but like that barely was going to happen. Like that barely had come together. He even promoted, a tiny little bit. He hasn't promoted this one at all. He's just denied. So that's why I was kind of trolling everyone today too, and being cheeky and being like, you guys were surprised when the guy literally has been saying, I am not fighting this guy. Roman Dolidze was rumored to fight, but then I saw a report, MMA Orbit, and they did have on Twitter, they did have a citation. They did cite the source that Roman's actually not ready to fight. What replacement fight should they put on the UFC 90 card for the main card? I honestly don't think they can fight, or they can fight a replacement for him. Middleweight? I mean, who at middleweight can turn around right now real quick? What middleweight's available to jump in? Roman Dolidze, that was the first name that was thrown out there, but then, and again, I don't know. Things are changing so quickly right now. Maybe it is Roman Dolidze. Maybe that second reporting was false, or second report was false, but yeah, I don't know, man. What's up, Duke Chronic? We're just about to pack up here and hang up the gloves for the night, Duke Chronic, but it's good to see you. John Dodson's going to be on next week BKFC card, which is 48. Hope you stream it. We will stream it, buddy. We will stream John Dodson on BKFC 48. So that's why he's not fighting in Ryzen's, because he's fighting in BKFC next week. It's good to see you, buddy. He's probably going to fight a regional dude and get pushed down the card. I mean, there have been a lot of regional fighters who've been answering the bell to the UFC lately, and if they call, I guess you pick up. And I guess that is the positive of the UFC now, with having that deal with Fight Pass, having a relationship with so many North American regional promotions where they can pluck fighters pretty easily. Rico, man, I mean, Activate A, did you watch the knockout here tonight on this episode of TUF? Unbelievable. Overhand right, followed by a Hulk smash. And dude, he jumped. He jumped with the Hulk smash. Dude, Chronic, you're cool, my man. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. This was the only this is pretty much the only good fight. Or not, I shouldn't say good fight, but this was the only thing that got me excited. Like if you go back and watch the ending of every other watch party we've done for TUF for this season, this is the moment I was most excited. Dude, Activate A. I can't recall a jumping Hulk smash in all my years of watching mixed martial arts. I'm actually going to look it up right now. Hulk smash MMA. There's a Steve Hulk smash Orozco. He's an MMA fighter. Okay, I found one. I don't know if it's MMA. Okay, it's definitely not. Oh my God, I think this is out in like the Middle East. Okay, so this is when, oh my God, yes, I remember this. Martin Ford fought Sajid Garibi. For those who don't know, that's the Iranian Hulk. Apparently Hulk smashed him in this fight. Oh, no, they clickbaited me. They clickbaited me, guys. But he did smash him though. All right, Baby Hulk smash for the finish. Okay, I'm looking at this other. Apparently, nah, this is not. That's an NFC. Not. Yeah, dude, I can't find a Hulk smash I don't know what else to call that. Double hammer fist. Let's see. Did Rampage do it in Pride? Use ahead of me so I couldn't type. Oh, that was definitely style points. Tough 16, a guy was doing double punches. Gunn kind of did that to Stipe. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm looking for the one Rampage. Oh, no. Okay, Rampage kind of did in Pride. Okay. Honestly, Rampage did it in Pride. It was, buddy. It was. So Rampage did it in Pride, but Rampage, the guy had pulled guard, and Rampage went to slam him, but the guy was holding Rampage's arms. He let go right when Rampage slammed him, and Rampage slammed him right on the face. Here, one sec. I found it on TikTok of all places. Oh no, now China's gonna have my info. Okay, see, so he does land. Like I know that the. Oh, and now YouTube's gonna demonetize this video. They just don't. YouTube just doesn't like blood. At the end of it, even when I talk about it, any video I talk about it, I have to get YouTube to a human to review it. But anyways, so I know there that it was the slam that did more damage, but he did connect after, if I'm not mistaken. Let's take a look at it one more time. Whoops. Let's take a look at it one more time. Look at that, folks. More than just a tough stream here. This is the first time I've ever used TikTok. Actually, no, I should say the third time I've ever used TikTok. Oh no, why isn't it scrolling up, guys? And this is why we don't like TikTok. Okay, there we go. There we go. All right, watch his hands. Watch his hands. Well, then lands a few more shots after. Dude, Rampage was fucking awesome. Salam KO. If JL was here, he'd say the Hulk smash KO isn't impressive and kill everyone's fun. He'll say it was a lucky shot. Because he already said that. Glad you're still here, Zoomer. Glad you're still. Okay, guys, I'm trying to think. What was another? Dean Thomas, they're showing footage of him on The Ultimate Fighter Season 4. Oh, yeah, Matt Hughes was ripping on him. And he was mouthing back at Matt Hughes. That was a fun season, man. Shoney Carter was absolutely out of his mind crazy in that season. Do you guys remember Shoney Carter? Please tell me you guys know who Shoney Carter is. Matt Serra infamously got knocked out by Shoney Carter spinning back fist in the early days of the UFC. How old is Shoney Carter now? 51 years old, man. Mr. International. 51, 32, and 7. What a fucking career, man. 13 KO TKOs, 14 submissions, 24 decisions, 5-4 in WCE, 3-3 in UFC, 1-0 KSW, 0-1 in Bellator. Man, he was fighting. Shoney Carter fought Joe Riggs in 2017. Are you kidding me? He fought in bare knuckle. He fought Jimmy Sweeney in bare knuckle in 2017. Holy shit. He beat Shannon Rich, attaboy. Oh my. I mean, he got most of his losses in the last part of his career. Surprise, surprise. Wow, but he fought some absolute killers in his day. What a huge career. What a huge career, guys. Like, over 90 fights? Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. And he started off as a jiu-jitsu guy first and foremost. All right, let me find this knockout. I fought Pat Miletich as well. Holy crap. Early days of the UFC. I mean, a lot of it is tough to watch because of like we're just so used to like high level technique now, but some of it was just incredible. Oh no, I don't want to watch it on Facebook. I want it on YouTube. Thank you very much. Okay, give me one sec. What did I say? I was going to sign off. Now we're watching Shoney Carter highlights here. I'm trying to rag the puck until you guys give me another couple examples of hammer fist that you remember. Hulk smash hammer fist you remember, even if they're not KOs in the UFC. Do you seen his amazing interview with Ariel? Every time I give Ariel a view, I feel a tiny piece of my soul being taken away. I do look, I don't agree with everything Ariel says, but I do watch his show every day. And for the most part, I like him. I think he's getting a little too cocky right now. He's getting a little too cocky. Like when the MMA hour came back, I feel like it showed a little bit of a different flavor to it. Now, like he knows I'm back, I'm the king. And it's, sometimes it's annoying. He does his Ariel things, but for the most part, I mean, love him or hate him, he is the guy in MMA media right now. And I'm hoping, that there's someone else who surpasses him because that would just make this sport and the media of this sport so much better. You think Derek Lewis or Stephen Thompson going to get that main card spot now? Ooh, that's a good question. Yeah, but I like the fighter interviews. No, I do as well. And he does a really good job of getting them to open up. Like, they open up when they're on Joe Rogan too. Because I feel like it's like, as a martial artist, they're super honored to like go on Joe Rogan's podcast. I mean, obviously they want that publicity as well. But like, not all of Joe Rogan's listeners listen to the JRE MMA show, right? It's I honestly don't listen to much Rogan at all anymore, unless it's like guys that I'm super interested in. I used to when I worked in trades because I would just always have it on, and it was a good time killer. But now I listen to every single MMA one. You're hitting every single MMA fan, right? Like not just the Joe Rogan MMA fans. You're hitting every single MMA fan, for the most part with the Ariel interviews. So they kind of. So what I'm trying to say is, they kind of fanboy over Joe Rogan and that experience of being there and ease and open up quite a bit, which is awesome. And they kind of do the same with Ariel, and they use Ariel's platform to pump their next fights, sponsors, whatever. And Ariel is super cool with it, which is what I like about that as well. And he does have most of the fighters' best interest. And, a lot of people are like, oh, he stirs up shit, this and this and that. Well, you know what? Like, it's kind of fun at the end of the day. But again, there's certain things that I'm just like, man, just shut the fuck up. Most recently, the whole going through every step of the Drickus and Adesanya. It's just like, A, we don't care. B, like, stop showing so much bias. Did you watch the Rampage one? It's a must-watch classic Rampage. Absolutely. Dude, I watch everything Rampage. You guys know Rampage just started a podcast. It's just on YouTube right now. Activate A. Rampage is one of my favorite fighters of all time. Fighting style, story, and personality. Like, I watch so many Rampage interviews still today, like Best of Rampage and all those things. And I love how he's making the rounds with the podcast now. I love how he's training to fight again. He said on, was it Ariel's show or his podcast? I think it was Ariel's show, that he's actually getting back in shape. He wants a tune-up fight in his promotion, in him and Frank Mir and Tito's promotion. And I think Tito's involved in that too. And then to come back in a bigger promotion, which, God, I hope it's Ryzen. I hope it's for the New Year's show, to fight a bigger name. And he's hoping also Vanderlei in boxing. So, I mean, like, dude, I hope just Ryzen hosts both of those. Dude, I absolutely love MMA Guru. He isn't off in terms of live viewers. He could do it. He's building a fan base quickly. Yes and no. Because you're right. He's building a huge fan base. But it's not... How do I say this? How do I illustrate this? it's not media in the sense of sports coverage media. You know what I mean? I don't want to use the word traditional because there's nothing really traditional these days. Everything's a little untraditional. But it's... And I don't even know if saying it's less professional is the right word because you could say Ariel Helwani is very unprofessional at the time, or, you know, at times. But like, Guru's not texting managers. Guru doesn't have the relationships to give us accurate information. If it, put it this way, like if it wasn't for the journalists, whatever, you know, those breaking news, those confirming, those getting more juice out of like the headline that we hear a leak. If there wasn't those guys, Guru wouldn't have content, right? Because he's so good at reacting, dissecting, giving his take, his opinion on stuff that's, you know, broken and presented by these other guys, especially when they fumble, right, Zoomer? Bisping, Hardy, Ariel, McKinney, I think MMA holes too. You know what I mean? So he kind of needs like they need each other. They need each other to operate. I guess Ariel doesn't really need him, but I do understand where you're coming from, and I agree in the fact of them being just as like popular right now. Absolutely. But like, you know, my local radio station that I listen to in Vancouver and in Minnesota, like I don't think Ariel's been on one of the shows in the Canadian one. But like it's his show and everything that they quote unquote take more seriously than the Guru, who is more humorous, dark humorous, and has his style, which again, I think I have nothing but respect. It's amazing for what he does. And like before I even started doing MMA stuff on this channel, like I would listen to all his stuff. I'd go back and even listen to his tier list and stuff like that. As I was going on runs and hikes, like it was part of my general podcast like rotation. The one thing I will say on his lives, I have no interest, to be perfectly honest, Zoomer, because that's even less MMA talk and more just pandering to the live chat, which I'm glad he does because that's how he makes his money. That's where some of these clips come out of him, but he's not super serious in the live chat. If anything, I love his reaction videos. I love the videos of him after a fight, breaking down the card, the follow-up, like further thoughts on a fight on the card, and the matching up guys and gals next. His tier videos are unbelievable as well. It's just fun. Like I pretty much digest all of his I really loved his second channel. It's a shame that it was shut down or that he had to pull the plug on it. It's just the lives, and I'm like, this just isn't for me. I have no interest in these. And again, it's interesting because like I'm a streamer, but like I join Rigo's lives for completely different reasons, and maybe if I went into Guru's lives, like, no, actually, no, I think I even gave Guru like $5 one time because I was like, love what you're doing, bro. And I was honest. I was like, these lives ain't for me, but like, love your videos. But anyways, that's kind of my whole little rant there. Not even rant, my extended thoughts. MMA Guru says some crazy things to go mainstream. Yeah, and he's smart. He rides the wave of relevant news, and he's different. He gives a different opinion, and most of the time he'll code it. I don't even want to say with controversy, but he'll code it with spice. But at the end of the day, 9 out of 10 of his ideas, his takes, I'm always like, you know what? Like, I didn't think of it that way, or that's a really good take. Or even if I disagree with it, it's like, well, you're bringing forth a good argument, even if it's comedic at its core. Rampage had a Twitch page. I think he still streams. The end of that interview. Fuck you, Ariel. I love Rampage and Ariel's relationship as well. MMA Guru thinks UFC might buy Bellator. Hell no, they are not. I mean, there's a lot of smoke right now. There's a lot of smoke. UFC might spend money. They need extra people to do fights to report. Well, and they do have like a bunch of people they work with now. But no, yeah, it's always expanding. The worm, yes, the worm. I mean, that's the thing. Like, without the aerials, and again, I shouldn't even say the Luke Thomas. That's another one that I don't think him and Guru like jabbed back and forth, but I do know the Guru talks about him quite a bit. I love how Guru made the MMA journalist or MMA content creator and journalist tier list. Both of those are awesome. I wish his second channel didn't get banned. Yes, because Zoomer, his second channel in my like could have gone like mainstream where like, and not that he would ever do this, but that could have been something that an ESPN, a BT Sport, a TSN like hires him to do. You know what I mean? And he could add a little comedy in there as well and things like that. But what he's doing right now, it's very much YouTube. And like I said, I got nothing but respect in that. And I know he's controversial. I know he says some shit sometimes that people don't like, and I don't agree with everything. But I'd be lying if I didn't say that like when he has a new video, I'm watching it. Like 9 times out of 10, I'm watching it. MMA Guru reactions are funny. Yeah, again, I don't watch his live streams mostly because I'm live streaming, but his reaction videos on stuff and news are awesome. I should just turn this off right now because this is over. And MMA Guru talked about Dan Hardy, yes, and Mark Goddard. That was a fun whole thing. Do you think there's even a tiny chance of Zuck versus Mark? Yes, I think it's more than just a tiny chance, Shane. I think there's a bigger chance that Zuckerberg fights Elon Musk than Conor McGregor fighting Michael Chandler. Clip that. I think there's a better chance of Mark Zuckerberg fighting Elon Musk at a catch weight or open weight in an MMA fight, probably with some custom rules, over Michael Chandler fighting Conor McGregor. So I'm the opposite. I say probably. Did you hear the part he said that he has a GTA server of MMA roles and role play that surprised me a lot? Kind of cool. Yes, dude. Like I said, I've listened to every single Rampage podcast appearance out there right now. Daily, I always look more up, and I've listened to them all. Dude, he's a huge gamer. And I love that. And I love how him and Bob Sapp like were trained together and did that like fight circus Siamese twin fight together where they wore a huge shirt and each used one arm to fight, like tag team guys, I think. So Rampage runs a GTA server of MMA role play, and like that's crazy. And I didn't know I knew he's been an online gamer for a while, even like towards the end of his UFC career or MMA career. Not sure about that. There you go. Hot take, guys. Hot take. Conor McGregor can't even fight right now. Conor McGregor can't even fight in 6 months. Just saying. You know who could fight in 6 months? Zuckerberg and Elon. I think Guru is unique in that he got to where he is with no help. Ariel had a media pass and mainstream support. Yes, I will agree. But for the sake of conversations, I'll say like I've known about Ariel's like for a long time. I'm not going to say that like I was reading his fucking blogs on his was it Jerry Park website? Like I'm not gonna lie and say that like I was too young for that. But like to say that he had a lot of mainstream support, I would say is false, given that like no one gave a fuck about MMA. And I forget how old you are, Zoomerless. Like I don't know if you're the same age as me or a little bit younger. But like no one gave a fuck about it back then. So like I would say in that era, he had to grind as hard as Guru probably. Maybe not the amount of time like behind his webcam and mic, but editing, working with editor, and like I honestly think like whether Ariel edited some of his interviews or not with AOL or not, like I imagine he was still like there helping in the production. He used to post a lot of stuff on his own YouTube channel. Like if you go back and look at like 10 years ago, most of his fighter interviews were on his own channel, and AOL gave him before it became SB and everything, gave him the okay to use it and stuff like that. And yeah, I mean, in ESPN at the end of the day didn't really even want him there towards the end of it. When he got to there, he was pretty much a big guy, big mainstream guy. But in the early days of the MMA hour, like it was still very, very niche. And AOL and SB Nation weren't the biggest, and they still aren't. So to play devil's advocate there, I don't think that one had to work harder than the other. Like the YouTube landscape is a lot easier for people today, much like how the MMA media landscape back then was it wasn't that easy. We'll just say it wasn't that easy. Now it's not easy to do a guru's done by any means. You have to fucking grind, and the guy grinds, right? Any YouTuber grinds. I mean, I do it on a very small scale here, and it's a lot of work. It was a lot of work in that era of trying to work up the media ladder, especially in like such a niche sport that was MMA as well. So I do think ultimately they probably put in the same amount of time, effort, and grind. What I like about Guru is he is exactly what you said. He's unique. There's no other MMA content creator like him. And that's what I like about him. And at the end of the day, it's not just saying shit just for shock value. Because there's channels out there like that. That just play the part of being mostly shocking than actually like giving solid arguments and opinions. He kind of coats those arguments and opinions and humor. And again, I don't watch his live streams, so I don't really know. I don't know much of what goes on there. I just know that when I did, I was like, it just isn't for me. Rampage is such a legend. He was so fun to watch and funny when he said, I'm sorry, Dor. What time do you usually go to sleep? Usually around midnight. Midnight unless I'm working on videos or actually lately it's been super late. Lately it's been like 1 or 2 because I have been just constantly editing. And when my eyes shut, I go to sleep. But I've also been drinking coffee all day, so that doesn't help. I appreciate you, brother. See you Thursday. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So, guys, no more. Look, I've ragged the puck for another 20 minutes. Thank you, Zoomer. I mean, love having conversations, guys. Did you guys think of any other Hulk Smash knockouts or just Hulk Smash double hammer fists that you can remember in the world of MMA? Because if you do, hit me up in the live chat right now. We're going to watch this quick. This was Shoney Carter, Matt Serra. You got Matt Serra here. Just beating up on Shoney Carter. Big jiu-jitsu guy. Here we go. Ready for this? They're back on their feet here. And Matt Serra, dangerous jiu-jitsu guy, right? Dangerous jiu-jitsu guy. Boom! And it is all over. Let's watch that again, guys. Let's watch that again. So Serra, dominating jiu-jitsu, gets back up on his feet. Where is it here? All right, back up on their feet. Boom! What a knockout. Bang! Man. And he's not out, but like, yeah, that rocks. Oh, here we go again. Boom! And just a quick flick on the chin. Quick flick on the chin there. Shoney freaking Carter, dude. Boom! What a beauty. What a beauty. Yeah, I'm going to go to sleep as well. Nope, just Ngannou, but that was a one-hand hill smash. Oh, wait, I got one more. It was just a one-hand smash too. What's his name? I'll find it. Stick with me for just another couple minutes here. We gotta all agree that this is the most brutal one-handed, not two-handed Hulk smash, but one-handed Hulk smash out there. You guys know what it is since I'm looking it up on screen right now. Oh, what's up? I remember watching this. This is the whole... Yeah, against Russo. I watched this live. This was Chuck Liddell. I believe this was in Vancouver. Yeah, this was in Vancouver. Back in 2010 or 2011. Chuck Liddell, Rich Franklin. Todd Duffy, absolute beast. He actually just fought Phil DeFree in KSW. He lost. Dude. Good old TRT days. Okay, come on, guys. Come on. Good old TRT days. Look at this beast. Oh, where the heck is it? I know if I fast forward it all, I'm going to miss it. Yeah. Boom. Here it is. Boom. It's so funny. Like, that was a good shot. Just boop.
That shit beautiful than a motherfucker.
Man. All right, guys, that's it. You all are going to bed. I'm going to go to bed. Have a great rest of your week. We will see you back live Thursday for Cage Fury FC. Don't forget to check out all the new videos that will drop on this channel between now and then. One's going to drop literally in 10 minutes. You guys are going to bed, so check it out in the morning. Check out the new vlog that we posted on the channel. That's right, I posted a vlog this morning. I have a bunch of clips and segments, commentary, content pieces, clips from our membership stream that will be dropping in the next couple days. We got a UFC predictions video. We got my UFC 90 reaction video. And if Kyle drops anything, then even more stuff. So busy week, a lot of content dropping, live stream starting between Thursday and Saturday. And I appreciate everyone who's joined us here today. Have a great night, Shane. Appreciate you. You guys are awesome. That's it. The Ultimate Fighter, season 31, episode 8. In the books. We saw a freaking two-handed Hulk smash finish. It was unbelievable. I hope the highlights are already on Twitter because I'm going to watch it over and over again here. Join us back next week for episode 9. The semifinals start next week. Join us between Thursday and Saturday for a ton of fight companions. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and check out all the content that we post on this channel. Reminder, member streams every Monday, 10 p.m. Eastern. Good night, guys. Good night, Diego. Can't wait. Thank you so much for the support, buddy. Have a great night. Have a great rest of the week, and we'll see you back live here on Thursday. Good night, everybody.
In the fiercest battle, I'll defend you from all these arrows, and the sword I will keep you from danger.